Are you ready, Menefta? Yes. Moses, ready? Begin. Moses, you can survive free, you know. You get the system, Moses. Your brother won't, but you do. Slaves are slaves, Moses. They're happier as slaves. The Lord says, free my people to worship me. I could have struck you and your people, but I spared you to show my power and spread my name across the land. My name's known worldwide, and I spared you. Moses, I'll put you in charge of the Jews, okay? Care for them, but they must stay. They can worship freely. I never interfered. Brothers, if you doubt me when you say John Paul died and his mortal wound was healed, that's false. A mortal wound is what the Messiah endured. Look, he died for 3 days, then the Messiah's spirit came, took over the body, and the mortal wound was healed forever. Just as he ascended in that body, he will return. Have no doubt about it. Azazel did this with Enoch. Israel did it with Moses. And Ishmael did it with Elijah. Now I ask you, will you see this happen in the last days? I'm not sure if Azazel will dare to allow it. But if he does, you'll see the 2 witnesses dead, then after 3.5 days, their spirits returning, taking over their bodies, their fatal wounds healed, standing up and ascending to heaven. The Messiah was dead for 3 days. The 2 witnesses, 3.5 days. And of course, Azazel will probably make it 4 days. Then you ask me, well, Brother Robert, why do you say 4 days? Because the Messiah gave us a clue. Stop and think. When I can't remember the name, I think it was Jairus, the Messiah's friend, died. The Messiah was in a town and got warned, but he waited 4 days to resurrect. If I recall correctly, the name's Jairus, to resurrect his friend 4 days. And there he gave us a clear hint. Azazel will likely do this. 4 days after burial, Azazel leaves Enoch's body, enters the man and heals the fatal wound. The world will be amazed. Now I ask you, who's this man? Of course, my brothers, I don't lay his body on this man, heal the deadly wound, and the whole world will marvel. Now I ask you, who will this man be? Clearly, my brothers, it's not time to discuss this yet. We still have until 2017 to break bread. But the mortal wound, no doubt, the Messiah has already given us a clue. Look, the Messiah died, rose in 3 days, laid his spirit on the dead body, and the fatal wound was instantly healed. The Messiah arose, walked the city for 40 days, showing himself to the apostles and others. Likely, our Messiah visited many countries in those 40 days, not just staying in one place. The Messiah didn't stay in one place. He traveled widely, appearing in various locations before ascending to heaven after 40 days. So the Messiah died, rose again, and his spirit took over his body. His mortal body became spiritual. The fatal wound healed, and the Messiah's body became eternal. The two witnesses will do this in 3.5 days. Azazel might take 4, as hinted when Jesus raised Jairus' daughter. Jesus could have done it sooner, but he chose 4 days deliberately. The Messiah knew exactly what he was doing. The 4-day time frame hints that when Azazel the beast takes on his eternal form, it'll likely take 4 days. So, brothers and sisters, keep watch for these signs. You must trace the steps of Moses, Israel, Satan, Azazel the beast, and Ishmael, the false prophet Elijah. If you follow their steps, my brothers, you'll unmask him. For instance, Azazel never accepted being second. He always wanted to be first. So look at the powers. Look at the powers. If you say the U.S. is more powerful than Rome or the Vatican, it never was and never will be. It never was and never will be. Study the Roman and American economies. You'll see the U.S. is far behind, very far behind. Ishmael tried but failed. Ishmael tried but failed. So what did Israel do? Israel is very intelligent, very intelligent. It's using Britain and the US as its bodyguards. That's how it works. A war among the fallen. And one wants to show more power over the other. So, my brothers, this is what I wanted to show you. Pharaoh and Moses, they grew up together like 2 donuts side by side. Both rich millionaires, the 2 of them right there, you know. The 2 donuts stuck together. And what do you think they did? I'm just showing this to open your minds, brothers. Babylon intoxicated all peoples with these books, Bible, Torah, Quran, and others. This here is the wine, but here's the bread of life. If you know how, you can find the Messiah and the 24 elders. Not all are here, but some can be found. Jeremiah, Isaiah, you can see who they really are. The Messiah, apostles, 144,000 sealed, and 2 witnesses. It's all there. The wine all peoples and nations drank. Go to any church, you'll see everyone drunk on their books made by fallen angels. Sure, in here, 80% is lies, 20% is truth. The Messiah is in here, just look for him. But here we have the bread of life. If you know where to look, you can find the Messiah and some of the 24 elders. Jeremiah and Isaiah are seen as the Messiah, along with the apostles, the 144,000 sealed, and the 2 witnesses. It's all there. The wine given to all peoples and nations to drink. In churches, Judaism, Islam, or Spiritism, everyone's drunk on fallen angels' books. sure 80% here is lies, 20% truth. The Messiah's here, just search. Don't be lazy. Seek and understand. Just watch my videos, brothers. You'll get what I'm saying. From the start, these wars and killings are fallen angels fighting for power. You know what bugs me? I tell folks, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Elijah, Elisha, Moses, David, all false prophets. Puppets of fallen angels, controlled by Israel, the devil, Satan. Ruth pulled a fast one. But people just don't want to get it. So I ask, is speaking truth loving your neighbor? If you've heard me talk about false prophets and fallen angels deceiving folks, and you're still teaching lies, I say, woe to you, you stubborn pigs. On that day, you hypocrites will kneel. They'll kneel, but not my brothers. Now, brother, it's written, all knees will bow except the saved. But they don't tell you that part. What dad wants to see his kid kneeling to him? Tell me, what parent wants that? Huh? What father wants his son kneeling to him? No father wants that. The father wants his son to behave. Follow what he taught. The truth. Not lies. If I say Moses is the devil, I know what I'm talking about. If I say Abraham paved the way for Moses, I know what I mean. If I say Elijah is the false prophet, I know what I'm saying. Just as I know these men, I also know the Father. And I know the Messiah too. But how can I explain this to you? If you can't grasp something so small and simple in the book, just read and you'll discover who the fallen angels are. It's all of them. How can I speak of the Father and Messiah to you pigs? It's so simple. Love God, love others, don't kill, don't steal. And what did they do in the end, from start to finish? Wasn't it just that? Wasn't it exactly that? Now I ask, what's your interest in continuing to teach me the truth? Soon I'll have to say there are fallen angels manipulating you behind the scenes. How does that sit? I don't want to go there, but if this keeps up, I'll have to speak out. And when I do, I'll say what needs to be said. Then the mask will fall off. No matter how the fallen try to bring me down or spread lies, they'll never succeed. Because I know my origin and my destination. Now I ask you, you pigs and sheep, do you know where you're from and where you're going? You insist Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Elijah, Solomon, David spoke to our father, but the Messiah clearly says no one did. No one.